Hello there, and welcome to a sunny late summer's morning in West Sussex. I've gone for a walk to see if I can capture some images of the local forest that I live in, particularly focused on making use of the soft morning light. My first subject this morning was this barn just down the road. The sun-baked wood offers a lot of texture, and you almost mistake it for a black and white shot, aside from the little green lichen managing to survive at the top. Just around the side of the barn there's an abandoned shed, and I get a real nature reclaiming vibe from this. A lot of green in this photo, but I enjoy the splash of yellowing fern standing out in the bottom left corner. Further along the road it begins to close in, with tall trees growing high on both sides. There's a particular row of oak trees on the left here, and what really catches my eye about oak trees is the peculiar way their branches grow. They're sort of sinuous and wiggly, and the vines growing up the trunk give off that same feeling. It's almost a bit overwhelming. 7th of September today. Look at all these leaves. Most of the trees still kind of green, but they are starting to lose. There's a few orange bonds up in here and there. This one over here is really orange. There's a lot of colours of approaching autumn here, leaves starting to change and casting that orange glow, but contrasted nicely with the green of the trees and the grass and the blue sky up top. You can almost imagine walking along the roads and feeling the coolness of the shade and the rustling of the leaves and branches above you. So I think these 3 trees here are redwoods. I don't know for sure, but they look very similar to some ones I saw in a park nearby. Got this absolutely gorgeous coloured bark. So yeah, there's a few of these small redwood trees off the side of the roads, and this composition here is just quite simple and really shows off the vibrant red, striking bark that these trees have compared to anything else. So this is kind of what I came up here for. With all of the sunlight coming through these trees, you get this awesome dappled shade against all of the trunks through here in the forest. So this is the shot that I came for, and well, it looked a lot better in my head. For a start off, I maybe missed the focus a little bit, and I guess perhaps a little later in the day might have been better for the lighting. The forest is very dark and dense, and it looks almost impenetrable. Which it turns out was actually true, because I stupidly went out in flip-flops and didn't get much further. Probably a good time to retreat back to the safety of the road and switch up lenses from a wide angle to the 100mm prime. On the way back, I noticed these beams of light trickling through the canopy that really highlighted certain patches on the forest floor. Metering for the highlights with a fast shutter speed and using a wide aperture gives these really deep, blurry shadows that frame the subjects quite nicely. I was able to line up both of these in one composition too. Further down the road I saw this illuminated fallen branch, which stands out against the dark floor and the light green backlit foliage, framing provided here by 2 other staggered trunks in the foreground. I quite like this next shot. It sort of comes out looking a little bit abstract and takes a second for your brain to figure out what you're looking at. But I thought it was neat. There's this very harsh beam of light hitting the group of trunks of this tree, and you get a real contrast in light and dark. Then the final shot for today was of a softer light reaching the base of this mossy tree trunk. I feel this complements the soft feel of this image too, and there's really only one colour throughout the whole picture. Overall, I had a lot of fun exploring the local forest, and my favourite shot from today has to be this one. I feel like the colours show quite nicely how the cycle of death and decay can lead to new life sprouting above it, and it feels quite meaningful in a way. In future though, maybe I should come a little bit more prepared. Alright, catch you guys next time.